close in the wake of FBI college basketball allegations. U of L assistant coach David Padgett will be interim basketball coach to replace Rick Pitino. Marianne Jertch. The story will be updated. Louisville basketball has a new head coach, at least for now. Assistant coach David Padgett has been tapped as Louisville's interim head coach. Interim president Greg Postel introduced Padgett at a press conference Friday afternoon. Padgett replaces ousted coach Rick Pitino, who was placed on unpaid administrative leave Wednesday and effectively fired, according to his attorney. "It's been a crazy 72 hours, said Padgett, who added, "I want to do this for these players, to have as great of a season as we can have, because these kids deserve it." Padgett, 32, now becomes one of the youngest head coaches in NCAA Division I college basketball. He has been on Louisville's coaching staff the past 3 seasons, being hired in 2014 as the director of basketball operations before being promoted to a full-time assistant coaching role in 2016. While his role in charge of the team is now confirmed, Padgett's staff is unclear. He could not say Friday that his fellow U of L assistants, Kenny Johnson and Jordan Fair, would be a part of a staff that potentially faces repercussions from the ongoing FBI investigation. "That's a decision that might not solely be based on me," said Padgett of the future of his coaching staff. He added that we might be a little short-handed here for a while saying he has not spoken with the FBI and assuring that he won't be tied up in the FBI's probe. "I can assure that for myself," Padgett said. "I can't get into too much detail about the investigation. It's a federal investigation. It's ongoing." Padgett said his goal is for the Cards to have a basketball season as normal as possible. "It's going to be there all season," Padgett said. "The situation is what it is, but we're going to deal with it and be positive every day, and we're going to go out and try to win as many games as possible. This city will absolutely rally around these kids, which is what they need. They need that support from the city and that love, and they'll get it." Louisville's current players supported the candidacy of Padgett, who was a starting center and team captain during his tenure as a Louisville player from 200,508. He transferred to Louisville after playing the 200,304 season as a freshman at Kansas, where he originally signed as one of the nation's top recruits out of high school. The deal source David Padgett offered 6-month deal as interim U of L men's basketball coach. Background: who is Louisville assistant men's basketball coach David Padgett. Opinion: David Padgett promotion would send the wrong message. Tim Sullivan. Padgett played in Spain's top professional league for 2 years before returning to the U.S. and starting his coaching career as an assistant strength coach at Louisville, before becoming an assistant coach at UPUI in Indianapolis. He worked on Todd Howard's staff there for 3 seasons and joined Pitino's staff after the 2014 campaign. Padgett originally planned to be an assistant video coordinator at Louisville, but he replaced director of basketball operations Andre McGee when the now infamous former staffer left for a job at the University of Missouri at Kansas City. 2 seasons later, Padgett was promoted to assistant coach, replacing Ralph Willard after the tumultuous 201,516 season shortened by the school's self-imposed postseason ban. When Pitino announced Padgett's promotion in 2016, he said his former player had a bright future in coaching. "I can trust him to always do the right things for the players," Pitino said. Looking ahead: who will Louisville hire to replace Rick Pitino as men's basketball coach? Long-term Crean opens as betting favorite to replace Rick Pitino as Louisville basketball coach. Meeting new Louisville basketball coach. Padgett meets with interim president Postel. Related: Rick Pitino is coach to an FBI pay-for-play investigation. Law enforcement officials say Padgett is best known for his work with Louisville's front court. His coaching of senior center Anas Mohamed drew rave reviews this past season from his colleagues, who said Padgett helped Mohamed develop his passing and post abilities. A native of Reno, Nevada, Padgett comes from a basketball family. His father Pete was a basketball player at the University of Nevada from 197,376, while his sister Melissa at San Diego, Uncle Chris at New Mexico and grandfather Jim at Oregon State each played college basketball as well. Pitino won at least 19 games in each of his 16 seasons in charge of Louisville's program, reaching the NCAA tournament in 10 of the past 11 seasons, with the exception being the 201,516 squad that was withheld by the postseason. because of the NCAA's investigation into Katina Powell's claims of sex parties for recruits that resulted in sanctions earlier this year.